Just a forest health type prescription, it wouldn't look that different than a fuel reduction project. It's going to be kind of the same stuff at the beginning. It's going to be trying to get the overstocked trees out, getting that understory kind of back into a place where even if a fire does come through, I'm going to end up with a surface fire 98% of the time. I might have some torching into the bigger trees, but not like a sustained canopy fire like what we saw over in the Angora fire. So I think that what we learned from the rim fire was that it's not just about protecting communities. That's priority number one, of course, but a secondary priority is to protect watersheds like this one, especially after we put huge capital investment into stream restoration. It'd be a shame to have the watershed completely burn up and then be inundated with sediment and woody debris, and it would kind of undo a lot of the restoration that was done. So some of the Forest Service project is also in this watershed where they've done thinning, and so I pose to you that part of what we're doing with forest health and fuels reduction program is actually watershed protection. It's community protection first, but at a bigger context, at a landscape scale, we're starting to look at watershed protection. And we're going to see what's going to happen to San Francisco in the wake of the rim fire and what happened in the Hetch Hetchy watershed, and trying to move water down that watershed now that's completely burned over. So they're going to have water quality and water quantity problems. And there's going to be a huge restoration effort that's going to cost millions of dollars to deal with that. So we're trying to get ahead of it by doing the pre-treatment so that when fire happens, because it's going to happen, we can't stop it, we end up with the right kind of fire. And so I think Rich Adams at the Cal State Parks once said that we have the choice. We can choose our fire. Fire's going to happen. We get to choose it. We can do nothing, and we can accept the effects of things like an Angora fire and catastrophic wildfire, or we can do something to actually have fire that's in the system the way it was intended to be, kind of sanitizing and taking the small stuff out, small surface fires, consuming pine needles and grass.